I don't know if we're gonna make it.
On this episode, two teenagers will attempt the impossible, surviving in the rural forests of Louisville, Kentucky. This is Clothed and Secure. 16-year-old survival experts Lucy Keeling and Caroline Mason have been tasked with the job of survival. Before their journey began, Lucy and Caroline had their survival skills evaluated by experts according to 3 categories: skill, experience, and mental. Each is given an overall primitive survival rating, or PSR. Lucy's is set at 2.1, while Caroline's comes in at a whopping 3.0 out of 10. Now, these survivalists arrive at the destination that they will be inhabiting for the next few weeks. Immediately after arrival, Lucy and Caroline began to work on building a fire. Fire was vital in the lives of hunter-gatherers. It provided them with a way to cook their food, in turn making it safer, which allowed for life expectancy to grow with healthier food. Fire also provided warmth and protected people from wild animals.
We've been out here for like 3 days. Caroline's only just now getting our firewood that she's been assigned to do for the past couple of days, and I'm out here searching for some form of protein to keep us alive. Could be better. It's not working.
Lucy's becoming a little bit discouraged.
Not working.
Our attempts to start a fire are futile. No matter how hard she hits.
It's not gonna work. And it's getting cold and it's getting dark. We're supposed to know how to do this.
I'm gonna walk away from the situation. She's attacking me, and I think the best thing to do is distance myself. I feel like it's my job to keep the morale up right now. I don't know how to support my partner, as she's completely given up and is now destroying our fire that we worked so hard to make. I don't know how to help her. If there's one thing I've learned from being out in the wilderness, it's that you need determination. And even though my partner isn't really stepping up, I've made the decision that I'm gonna continue to work on this fire to better the chances of survival for both of us.
Now that the survivalists finally had a fire, they were just missing one thing: food to cook over it.
Before the beginning of agriculture, people hunted, gathered, and fished for food. Fishing was the most common as it required low amounts of effort and energy, and it was overall a safer option. The first tools used in hunting were simple clubs and tree limbs that were thin at one end and thick and heavy at the other.
The survivalists cooked the fish they've speared over the fire.
There's nothing much like cooking food over the flame.
These fish are gonna be
What saves us?
all we have for the next couple of days.
Before developing agriculture, hunter-gatherers worked on perfecting tools, controlling fires, and adapting environments to their needs. They developed harpoons, hooks, and baskets for fishing, and over time used bone and stone to develop spears, which made hunting far more effective. By fashioning stone into hand axes and later handle axes, hunters could skin their prey and cut the meat. While Lucy was busy spearing fish, Caroline looked to gathering. Hunter-gatherers gathered various grasses, fruits, seeds, and nuts to sustain their diets. Now, the survivalists must face their next challenge, crossing a deep part of the stream in order to collect more resources. Lucy has decided to turn around.
It's not worth my safety. I'm an asset. Caroline has decided to go across to the treacherous side. We don't know if we're gonna be able to have dinner tonight. It's getting dark. Caroline made it. But at what cost?
Caroline bravely made it across the creek after Lucy decided she was too much of an asset to risk her safety.
Around 10,000 years ago, the transition from hunting and gathering to farming marked the beginning of the first agricultural revolution.
Whether the transition was out of necessity because there was too little food to hunt and gather, or if it was out of luxury because food made available through hunting and gathering gave people the time to experiment with crops, is a debate that continues to this day. For these survivalists, however, it was out of necessity.
Agriculture increased food security, which enabled people to grow enough food to store a surplus, helping people settle permanently in one place and create villages and towns. People could perform other jobs rather than farming, including working as artisans, metal workers, soldiers, shamans, and leaders.
Things obviously weren't going well because Caroline can't do anything right, so we've had to transition. We are farming now, and we're hoping that we can grow something. We'll see. The clouds, they're getting dark. We're hoping for some rain to hopefully get our crops to grow. I was always hoping for a partner who wasn't this useless.
This farming idea was great in retrospect, but I didn't realize I was the one that was gonna be doing all the work. She is just sitting there, doing God knows what. What are you doing? She calls me useless.
Sometimes in this lifestyle, things didn't always go according to plan.